Seriously? What are you doing?
I'm getting in the zone. No.
You what?
I'm getting in the zone.
That's not the way to get in the zone. Let me show you how to get in the zone. You two, come on. So what is this thing called the zone? How do we access it? And how do we use it to go further faster? Whether you're an athlete, you're an accountant, or an astronaut, or anything, we all have access to it. So first, let's talk about what it is. The zone, simply put, are those magical moments in time when everything seems to be going our way. We're operating at our best, and the universe is showing up and conspiring with us to bring about the best. You know, you get a parking space right up front. Or you're a basketball player and you just keep hitting them over and over again. Or things just happening in your life. You say the right things, you do the right things. It's those moments in time that we effortlessly do things. We don't have to think about it, we just fall into it. What if I told you that's manufactured? And so first let's talk about how we function as human beings, because there's two types of zones. There's the zone that happens within ourselves, and there's the zone that happens outside, but one influences the other. So let's talk about what happens inside of us. Compounds such as adrenaline, endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, testosterone, and a whole lot of naturally occurring organic juices are constantly being manufactured and released into our bloodstream. And they produce energy, and it helps us become more alert and focused and confident. Now, this is happening all the time. Whenever we focus on something, when we think about something, whether it's good or whether it's bad, that brain is going to release things. If it's something that you enjoy, it's going to release dopamine, which makes us feel good. If it's something that we're afraid of or we're stressed about, it's going to release what's called cortisol, which makes us feel even worse. And so a great example of being in the zone, we think about athletes. And I personally have had the privilege of coaching and mentoring and working with a lot of professional athletes. And these ladies and gentlemen, they know how to get in the zone. They get there and they're hitting those baskets all the time. They're doing the right things all the time. And it also seems like the ball seems to bounce in their favor. A wide survey of athletes has revealed that being in the zone can entail a variety of things. Total concentration, effortless activity, total control, distorted sense of time, and a sense of activity. What does that mean? They don't have to think about it. Their body is just doing it. They just roll into that place automatically. So oftentimes, the zone is referred to as the flow state. We're in the flow. Hungarian-American psychologist Mihaly, and I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name, presented his theory on the flow state, which he describes as an optimal state of consciousness where we feel at our best and we perform at our best. And this state occurs when a person is completely immersed in an activity and that other factors like ego and time become irrelevant. Time disappears. They disappear in it. They're just in the moment and they're making it happen. And so check this out. Research shows that the more time you spend in the zone or in that flow, the happier you are. Not only in that moment, but your life seems to be that way. Think about it. When things are going your way, you're happier and you actually start to condition yourself to expect it. Though it may seem difficult to grasp, researchers have depicted the flow as the secret to happiness. Flow is being completely involved in an activity for its own sake. Every action, movement, and thought flows inevitably from the previous one. Like playing jazz, your whole being is involved. You're using your skills at the utmost. Now think about that. Think about a musician. I'm a musician myself. I'm a bass player. I love to play bass. And when I'm in the zone, I'm not thinking about which notes I'm hitting. My fingers are just flowing on their own. And I'm just happy. I'm just joyful and in that zone. And it doesn't even stop there. It's like whatever comes up next, and you just stay in that zone and you keep on going. It'll last the whole night, the whole session that you're doing. Now, the truth of the matter is, we're in the zone more than we're not. We don't think about it. We're constantly in the zone. In varying levels, we're in this state infinitely more than we are not. Most of the time, we're completely unaware of its presence. From things as simple as tying your shoes or dressing ourselves or walking or talking or brushing our teeth, to the more complex tasks that require greater levels of skill and expertise. Anything that you do that you don't have to concentrate, that you don't have to focus on, that you don't have to put your attention in and know that you're doing, that you do automatic, you're in the zone. Simple things, riding your bicycle, brushing your teeth, any of those things, you're in the zone, which means that if you are, anything that you do as a human being, you can get better at. It's human physics. You can magnify it and make it more. And the greatest part about it is you can influence the universe to give you a hand at doing that as well. So a simple question is, to get you started, is who are you? Think about this. Who are you? How you describe yourself. Every single time that we put forth an effort to do something, we call upon our brain, our body, and our nervous system to assist us by delivering the necessary elixir to get the task at hand done. This is what makes you who you are, and it's the defining element in your true identity. What does that mean? What you believe you can do, what you believe you are, who you believe you are in that moment creates that chemical storm that I talked about, the endorphins, the dopamines, the adrenalines, and all of those things that make us who we are in that moment. And so I have an exercise, actually 2 really simple exercises for you to do to start cultivating the zone and to start making it bigger so that you can access it when you want. The first one is this. First off, it is acknowledgement is always the first step to any growth. Acknowledging where you are and acknowledging what you have done. You don't move to the next level on the ladder without pushing off of the rung before. So the first thing I want you to do is you just get out a piece of paper and you write down everything that you've done in the past that you've been successful at. Understand this. The remembering process is the rewiring process of your brain. Whenever you remember something, remember, dismember means to take apart. Remember means to put together. You're actually connecting your conscious brain with your unconscious brain. Everything you've ever touched, tasted, smelled, or experienced is in your unconscious brain all the time. Accessing it, when you look for it, your brain is actually making new neural associations, and at the same time, it's releasing that chemical storm that we talked about before. So when you write down everything that you've ever done, anything that you know how to do and that you're good at, you start to write it down, your brain goes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, and it starts to remember those things and you start to make those connections. And guess what? All of those times that you're in the zone and all the times that you start to remember, that becomes the zone for you. As simple as this sounds, watch this. When you're going, oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. Oh yeah, I did this. You're in the zone as soon as you do that because you're in the zone of remembering. The second thing is anything that you want to do, like for instance, and again, I use sports as an example all the time. You want to get good at shooting a basket. What you want to do is when you do something, when you practice something, as soon as you are finished, as soon as, whether you succeed at putting it in the basket or not, just the effort, you've got to praise yourself. You've got to reward yourself. You've got to give yourself a pat on the back. You go, yes, I did it. Why? Because your nervous system will say, okay, that feels good. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And practice makes the zone. Rehearsal makes the zone. So those 2 things are super, super great exercises to help put you in the zone. And you'll start to find yourself, you'll start to notice that things are happening for you. You start to notice that you're getting better at the things that you do automatically. So listen, I hope you enjoyed that, getting in the zone and putting yourself in the zone and making it more automatic. So if you're looking for other ways to level up your life, I have a free book for you. Click on the link and I want to send it to you. The book is called Awesome Sauce, and in it not only gives you some great tips and things like that, it gives you some other things that you can do to enhance your life and go further, faster in your life. Click on the link, we'll send you the book, and I look forward to hearing about your successes and more of your zones. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you, and I thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that when the other videos that we make come up, you get notified and you get them right away. And then also, pay attention to this next video coming up because you're going to absolutely love it. And I'll see you at the top.